following is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
Welcome in, everybody. Happy Monday. It is Main Street to Daytime. I'm Devin O'Day. Justin is out on the road right now. He is back. He's better. Thanks for everybody saying hi and wishing him the best. He dealt with some issues this weekend and last week, a little health issue. And so he's back. He's better. And he is on the road with Big Joe Dubin. And in case you don't know about Mornings on Main Street, Joe Dubin is fantastic. And if you ever have a day when you go, I miss Terry House and the House Foundation, watching Mornings on Main Street or listening, if you are driving in, you can listen on YouTube, but they're live 7 to 8. It's a very fast hour of fun stuff, but they're just goofy. And I absolutely adore them. Hey, coming up a little bit later, we're going to be talking with Tracy Hitz from Hitz and Branding. We have one of the best singers. I'm not even going to say bluegrass singers. I'm going to say one of the best singers ever. Her voice wraps around you like a hug. It makes you feel so good. Her name is Irene Kelley. That's Kelley with an E, Irene Kelley. You're going to find out about her and about some new music that she has got planned. But we're just going to give you a sneak peek right now before we talk to Tracy Hitz from Hitz and Branding.
Inner City Rail, taking off from Cincinnati. Engineer cries out all aboard. 13 coaches long. She's the pride of the Southern Railway and all the memories that it had in store. It's that Carolina special, like a ghost, she haunts the track, rolling across the trestle, troubled soul, longing to come back.
Goodness, you're going to love her. She's coming up in just a little bit. She's standing by in the waiting room right now. But first, we're going to take a look at what's happening in entertainment in Music City coming up. The Hits List. Tracy Hitz from Hitz and Branding joins us every week. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. How are you?
You know, I couldn't be better. It is Monday, and I got about 20 pounds of sugar to put in a 5-pound bag. But you know what? It's all right. It's a busy day, but it's a busy week when it comes to Nashville and what's going on.
Yes, every week I have to try and get it down to just a couple of things to focus on. But I did want to talk about the Exit Inn. We haven't talked about that place yet, the very historic place. But Lisa Heller is playing there, and she's like a pop alternative artist that I really like. But love the Exit Inn. Do you have any stories about the Exit Inn? I feel like
you know what? At the beginning of 2021. There was a company that was trying to buy that, the Rock Block. It's very famous, and they were trying to buy it, and they did a GoFundMe. And do you know they have saved that club? It's just crazy. Everybody has played there. I mean, when I say everybody, I mean, you know, in the names of rock names that go through town, they always wanted to play that club. So it's pretty famous.
Yeah, that's awesome. My husband bought a shirt during that fundraiser. He wears it all the time.
Yes.
Feels very local when he wears it. So that's tomorrow. And then also my friend Charlie Berry is at the High Watt at the Cannery. So he always puts on a good show. He's a great person. Wednesday, I feel like you'll appreciate this. I work with an artist named Lexi Liu, and she has a new single coming out on Friday, and it's called Ghost Town, and it's about New Orleans and kind of all the spirits and stories.
She might need to be a guest on Friday. I'm just saying. I might have to talk to you, Tracy, because I think that debut needs to be on our show.
I was actually going to email you. That's funny you say that. But she wrote it with the duo Carvin Walls. So Troy and Kelley Walls wrote that with her, and it's country, but it's definitely a little bit it's a little spooky. She's got some great cover art I think you'll appreciate, which her husband designed for her. So she's got a cool story. But yeah, her release party is at the Freak Show on Wednesday. Terry Jo Box is having a spot for her there. So if you guys want to hear that live, she's bringing out her trumpet because of course it's not New Orleans if it doesn't have a trumpet.
That's true.
But also on Wednesday, Lyrics for Laundry Project, which Cassie Pope is at, and Allie Colleen, and I love Eric Dodd. They'll be at 3rd and Lindsley, and that's Laundry Project, which they open up washers and dryers at a laundromat for people to be able to wash their clothes for free. And this is a
practical. This is very, very important in our world today.
Yes, I think it's a great thing. You said sometimes people raise money for kind of thing. You're like, what about the necessities like washing clothes?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's pretty cool.
People realize that our unhoused community they get clothing, but 9 times out of 10, they just have to throw it away because there's no place to wash it. And so this way they at least can, stay clean and the dignity of being able to stay clean. It's incredibly important.
Yeah. And just their health to be able to have clean clothes and not be to be able to stay healthy. Thursday, Ryan Hurd at Marathon Works, which I'm excited. Marathon Music Works. Love him, right?
Yes.
That competes though with the Josh Abbott Band at Brooklyn Bowl, also on Thursday nights. And then Songtellers featuring Kent Blazely, Pat Algers, and Mary Sarah. They're doing all Garth Brooks songs that they wrote down at the Mule House in Columbia, Tennessee.
Because they can.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, let's just get that out there,
And then on Friday, you've got Colby Calais at the CMA Theater at the Country Music Hall of Fame. Saturday, Herman's Hermits at Franklin Theater.
No kidding. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Speaking of a throwback, I love it.
I know there's always one good throwback here, which I love. Yeah. And then Sunday, I love Brent Cobb, and he's at City Winery. So he'll be doing a show there on Sunday.
Isn't he nominated for Producer of the Year this year?
I think he is. He's doing some things.
Yeah. I think I saw that list and I go, oh my gosh. Okay. And by the way, he did a great job with the Oak Ridge Boys. I mean, their last couple of projects that he jumped in there and was producer of, it's just like, wow.
Yeah. And he's just a nice person. Actually, small random thought is so Chancey Neal, who happened to pass him in the parking lot at a studio. And he was like, hey, I'm putting some demos together for Luke. Do you want to sing some backgrounds? And she was like, sure. So she ran inside and sang on there. And then when they were listening back, someone was like, is that Chancey? And so Chancey actually got to be on Where Are We Going on Luke's current album. And that was all because of Brent Cobb, just wanted to give her an opportunity.
Respecting the music, respecting the organic relationships that are out there. I think that's really, really great. Really, really great.
Yeah.
Well, I want to tell anybody, if you are an artist and you need to create branding around what you do and you need a great show to be a part of, Tracy's behind a lot of really great stuff, like getting a group of people. You help supply some of the talent that went to Denmark for Nashville Goes to Denmark or Songwriters to Denmark. What was it called?
Nashville Nights International Songwriters Festival.
Okay, I never would have guessed that right off the top of my head. So thank you for having it. That's why you were part of it and I was not. It's a long name, but it's good. It is. And Peyton Taylor just went back. She's got her Danish community loves her.
They do. They actually really love the female artists and songwriters over there. Such a respect. It's amazing to see.
Well, it's incredible. I'm so glad that you joined us. Hitsandbranding.com, thehitslist.com. If you missed something or you want to find out what's going on, Tracy always got to skinny. She got it going on. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Take care. Bye-bye. Bye. All right. It's not going off. It's just not going away. We're going to try this. I'm going to go to a young jam maker in Hendersonville, Tennessee, because Tammi Arender has that story coming up. Well, It's going to be
not often you see a kid perusing produce, but Owen Durham is on a mission here at Hendersonville Produce in Sumner County. This 10-year-old can just about any fruit or vegetable you put in front of him.
How did your canning go with your oranges? Good, that's awesome.
Owen says he got into canning and making jams when his grandfather brought the family a ton of tomatoes and they couldn't eat them all.
Grandpa bought a whole box. So they decided to make salsa. So I thought it was pretty interesting. So I decided to make it. And this was the first jam I made before I started selling it. And then I just exploded.
He's become a salsa making sensation and doing it all by himself. Cleaning and cutting up his vegetables or his fruit for his jam.
I've only cut my finger once.
The kitchen has become his playground. Even though it's not always convenient for a pint-sized sous chef. He's also getting to put his two favorite school subjects to good use. Science and math are necessary to achieve the perfect jam.
If you have this, you just smash up the fruit, cut the strawberry leaves off, smash it up, put it in a pot, bring it to a boil. You put the pectin and sugar in, let it boil for 4 minutes, and then you can it. Pina colada, pear butter, apple pie, mango honey lime, orange marmalade.
His menu is constantly expanding, always willing to try new things.
Corn relish. I've made 2 kinds of relishes. I'm trying to make pickles, but my mom's not really into it.
So I'm going to try the pina colada. Wow. I'm not lying. That is absolutely delicious. Oh, and I'm so glad you have picked up a new hobby. While the process can be lengthy, and it does take him away from his Nintendo playing time, he says it is worth it when he puts it out on the front step and someone buys a jar. What is the biggest reward for you? Is it that bank account or that you do get to eat your good stuff?
Bank account.
In Hendersonville, I'm Tammi Arender for RFD TV.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about. Wait!
Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boys.
This place, that'll rock this place, that'll rock this place.
EdgeCon coming to Nashville. Now I got Irene Kelley coming right into your living rooms. Hey, Irene, or can I call you Reenie?
Sure, yeah.
Always.
You've been me a long time. That's my old-timey friends all call me Rainy.
I know. That's what I wanted to say. There's so many people out there who are so excited. And I know Steve Burney is loving me some bluegrass. And let's see some of the folks who've joined us. And Candy Seaton, love you. And Paul Berkeley, listening from Virginia. He's my big bluegrass fan. He's always turning me on to new bluegrass folks.
Nice. That's great. So good to have him here today.
Oh,
Can you hear me okay? I'm using a new microphone.
I can hear you great.
Great. Oh, good. Okay.
Irene, I was there on a day when Liberty Records was opening and Jimmy Bowen introduced the new roster many years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it feels like just a blink, but when he was starting a new label, Jimmy Bowen, probably the most renowned producer that's ever been in this town.
Absolutely.
And he picked you as one of the females to launch his label, and loving your voice, just loving your voice. So you've walked in the worlds of bluegrass. You've been a singer-songwriter. You've been in pop country as well. And people like Alan Jackson have recorded your songs, and you know, and now you found this love, this bluegrass. You've kind of gone back to your roots, haven't you?
I have, yeah, and I really love it. It's great, and it's acoustic music, and I always feel like bluegrass is the last frontier of traditional country music because it's hard to find that. And a lot of the traditional country songs can also translate into bluegrass a lot of the time.
I think so too. And what I found is that people just absolutely love the stories, and the poetry and the stories still get told in bluegrass. And have you enjoyed being able to write for this genre?
I love it. I can tell my story. You can take a really sad theme and put a bluegrass beat behind it, and people are tapping their toes. Like the last record, there's a story song on there about my mom's childhood friend Cabbage, he was retarded and he was abused, and we made his story have a happy ending. But the song has this really fast beat and banjos and fiddles going, so it kind of makes you feel good, and I got the opportunity to tell that story with that background.
Oh, it's incredible. And there's so much real life woven into it. I've got several of yours, and I love the way you write, Irene, because it's just a little clip of it, because it makes you see pictures.
Oh, well, that's a big compliment. Thank you. Every songwriter loves to hear that.
I always say there are some songs that require a video, and then there's some songs that make you see the video that hasn't even been recorded. But we actually do have a clip.
Inner city rail taking off from Cincinnati. Engineer cries out all aboard. 13 coaches long. She's the pride of the Southern Railway, and all the memories that it had in store. It's that Carolina special, like a ghost, she haunts the track, rolling across the trestle, troubled soul, longing to come back. Carolina special.
There's this fascination with trains and bluegrass too, that it comes through over and over. It's the lonesome whistle, and the way that you can hear the lonesome whistle when you do that chorus.
Oh, that's great. Well, I love the train sound, and I think you either love it or hate it as far as if you're going to live near one. Mm-hmm. I lived near one, and it used to kind of rock me to sleep. I love the sound of it. And other people will say, well, I need to move because the train's too loud. For me, it's great. I love it.
I agree. I wanted, where are you from, Irene?
Latrobe, Pennsylvania, right there in the Appalachia area. Appalachia, actually, is how I'm supposed to say that. And my grandfather was a coal miner. My grandparents were Polish immigrants, and my Polish grandfather was a coal miner, and he had a farm, and he raised 8 kids, and he would mine coal during the day and tend to the farm in the evenings. That's where I came from.
Unbelievable, hardworking work ethic. Yeah. And that's what built our country, is that work ethic. And you bring that into your music. You really do. You bring, because you have worked very faithfully to your art and your craft and being a mom.
Thanks, Devin. I love it. I really do. And I especially love the freedom that bluegrass music gives me. I wrote for publishing companies on Music Row for 30 years, which I love that too. And there was always that pressure of, you got to write something for somebody to get on the radio. And now I'm just writing these songs that are my story in hopes that it might be somebody else's story as well, and they might enjoy it. And then the gravy for me is it is getting on the radio.
Let's talk about now. Recently, you've had how many number ones?
Yeah, the last record we had 5 number ones for multiple weeks, and then the new singles both of them have gone to #1. And the first single, we don't have the record finished, the full length record yet. It'll be sometime this summer, but the first single came out in the fall of 2021, and it was the most played song in bluegrass music for 2021.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we had that great distinction, which was a surprise and a thrill, of course.
Well, I can think of nobody better to have that crown on their head, because you really have been faithful to the truth and the integrity of music. And as a writer, I love your words as well as the melodies, that they just haunt you. Let's talk about family for a minute, because I'm going to play a live clip with you and your two beautiful daughters. And I cannot imagine a life where there was that much harmony and talent under one roof, and then you just bring it all together.
Yeah, it's hard. They're so busy doing their own stuff. It's hard for us to get together in one spot. And in that song, we were able to do that. We were visiting Sarah Jean at college out in Colorado. So we couldn't get radio reception. So we decided we'd just drive around and write a song in the car while we were going through the mountains. And we came up with that. And we're currently working on some other stuff. It's I might as well just say it. We're going to do a Christmas album.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so excited. Yeah.
That is just incredible. That is so incredible. And what does it feel like when was the first time you realized, oh my gosh, I gave birth to these two. I brought these two into this world, and this talent that comes out as a mom? How does that feel when you realize that?
There's nothing like it. I'd heard for years and years people saying, oh, when families sing together, there's just something that happens. And I just thought, oh, well, yeah, right. But when the girls and I started actually singing together, it was so kindred that we would breathe in the same spots. And it was like this effortless thing that I never had experienced before. And I just love that. And sometimes when I'm listening back to us, I can't tell who's singing what part, because there's a timbre that we share and we all have our own sound. But once in a while, it's just something really cool. And I just love it. I'm so proud of them. They're working really hard on their artist deals as well.
When you hear them talk, they're equally as proud of their mom. Aww. And they always mention you. And I think that's a beautiful combination. And I love the word you just used. And I've never heard it used exactly like that, but it sounds so kindred. Jerry House always said, when I heard a word I like, I always go into the corner and play with it. So I'm going to play with it. As I listen and as we all watch you and your beautiful daughters sing this particular song, and listen to the heart all the way to the end. I always say, in videos, I say, wait for it. The ending of this is worth the price of admission.
Hey everybody, we're the Kelleys, and this is what we do in our quarantine. I hope everybody's staying safe. I'm Irene, Kelley, Justinette, Sarah Jean. Here's a song we wrote, one called You Are Mine. When thunder plays a symphony and lightning strikes too close to me, I'll face the storm, clouds every time. I'll be your strength, and you are mine. The mountains high, the miles are long, and to each voice a different song. Though far between
that you are mine. I have no doubt that you are mine. Take good care of each other.
Woo! I got chill bumps on my chill bumps. That is wow. I can't imagine when you guys just start playing and singing together, what that means and how that must feel inside, because I know you blessed all of us. I know Paul was checking in and loving that. And
thank you. You know, the girls and I I'm in Gatlinburg right now. We're at this cabin, and the girls and I came up on Thursday because we got to play the listening room here, which was great fun. We did like a round. And Friday night, we were going to watch a movie, and we got the guitars out, and we were playing music till 1 a.m. We never did watch a movie. We were doing like all Patty Griffin songs and everybody we love, and we had so much fun. It's a lot of fun, and I'm really lucky and blessed to be able to do that with my daughters, that they want to even hang out with me, you know.
Oh, yes, they do. They do very much. Well, I'm not going to take more of your time in Gatlinburg. I want you to have a great time, but I want you to tell everybody where they can see you soon live.
Yes,
everybody wants to see you. Sure.
Thanks for asking. April the 28th, it's a Thursday night. I'll be at the Station Inn in Nashville.
Oh, that is it. I always say the Bluebird for songwriters, the Station Inn for anything bluegrass and acoustic
I love
music.
That place. Yes, I've been playing there for 38 years.
Wow.
Since I moved here. Justina was a little baby on my knee whenever I started there. So it's really a great place. I'm so glad it's still there. So we're doing that. We also have another date there in June. And we're going to be in Graves Mountain, North Carolina, June the 2nd. And we've got some other dates coming in. So I've got a website folks can check out, but hopefully they can join us at one of the shows.
IreneKelley.com. Make sure you put that E in Kelley.
Yes, that's right.
And see, notice I changed our name so they would be in Kelley Green. So, I wanted to have green around our names.
That's so cool.
See, yeah. I wanted that Kelley, we got to, have you been to Ireland, by the way? Have you played in
Ireland?
Yes. Did they not love you to death?
Oh, they did. And I loved them back. They're the most warm-hearted people. I just felt like you can feel it when you go there, because I had just come from London, the city, and it was bustling and everybody's just doing their thing. And I get to Ireland and they were so warm and so sweet. And you ask them where something is and they just want to take you there themselves. You know, it's just a different vibe. Yep. Great people, really great people.
Oh, well, I want everybody to check out IreneKelley.com, and they can get your music anywhere great music is. Just go to a deep dive and download everything with Irene's name on it. I'm just going to say.
Thank you, Devin. And thanks for having me. This is so fun. We get to catch up a little bit.
I know.
Forever.
Cannot wait to see you again. And I'm going to have to come by in April at the Station Inn. I'm just saying.
Yeah, please do.
All right.
All right.
And before you do that show, I want you to come back on and visit, will you?
I would love to. Thank you.
All right. You take care. Bye-bye. You know, I have had so many people sending in their requests, and they said, we've got to hear another train song from Irene. So I went and found something, and I'm going to play it. I'm going to close the show with that. But don't forget, EdgeCon coming in March. You can use Devin's Edge as the promo code. It saves you $100. Also, Rutherford County Heart. The Big Heart Ball is coming up in March. Tickets are available now. Don't forget that. And the Almanac, the Farmer's Almanac, has a new vegetable garden planter's guide. And I want to do a quick little thing for that. So I don't want you to forget, if you're ready to plant, if you're like me and you just kind of feel the urge, it's like, oh my gosh, we've had too much winter. Take a look right here. The good old Farmer's Almanac. This is the Gardener's Guide, and it's available at most of your garden stores, but you can also order it at farmersalmanac.com. You can get stuff in the ground. You can get stuff in the house. You can start your seeds right now. And according to David Bates over at Bates Nursery on Whites Creek Pike, you can, onions are really big right now to get in the ground. I've been doing something really cool, and I'm trying because I have a lot of vegetables that I've never tried this before, but I'm transplanting from the vegetable recycle. I mean, I'm pulling off the ends of celery. I'm planting onions and things from garden, from kitchen waste. I'm creating my own little raised bed. So I'm trying that inside first. And as soon as we are only like 20 days away from daylight saving. So just letting you know, spring is on the way. So if you want to get ready, now is the time and get your planner's guide. Well, I'm going to close with a train song from Irene Kelley because that's what the kind of razor blade I am. I just love her voice so much. Be safe, everybody. Be kind. And remember, most of all, that you are loved. New Stuff Tuesday on the way tomorrow.
I used to hear that lonesome whistle, but it never made me cry. I placed my pennies on the track and it rolled by. A pocket full of memories of another place and time. Wish I could go there now. Something about a train sound. Something about a train sound. Northeast or westbound. Music to my ears, it just feels right. Something about a train sound. Love the way it drowns out everything clouding up my mind as it rolls from town to town. Something about a train sound. Rocks me to sleep like a railroad lullaby. Meadow to meadow, how them old steel wheels whine. Sounds so sweet in the middle of the night. Can't wait till it comes back around. Something about a train sound. Something about a train sound. Northeast or westbound. Music to my ears, it just feels right. Something about a train sound. Love the way it drowns out everything clouding up my mind. Never knowing where it's bound. Something about a train sound. Something about a train sound. Northeast or westbound. Music to my ears, it just feels right. Something about a train sound. Love the way it drowns out everything clouding up my mind as it rolls from town to town. Something about a train sound. I used to hear that lonesome whistle, but it never made me cry. I placed my pennies on the track when it rolled by.
Okay, I was all ready to be done, but I got a text from Chili's. I have their app. Today is President's Day, and for all day today, kids eat free. You know, I'm always trying to save you money. Me, Miss Cheap, we all from the same bolt of cloth. I'm just telling you, Chili's today, kids eat free. So anyway, be safe, be kind, remember you're loved. And as Miss Cheap would say, stay cheap. Bye, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.
Nothing like the sunrise with your coffee in the morning, or taking a good book off the shelf. Another thing I love the most than being on my own is together with everybody else. Together, like a silent Sunday summer. Together, on my front porch with my